Hey, this is Chan from DifferenceInSkill bringing you an update on the Dragonic Overlord The End deck. Some people have been talking about how is the end going to change to counteract other cross rides against the new decks? And well, I put in some thought and I decided to make a new Overlord The End deck, kinda new, kinda not really. It's just a little changes and stuff, and with explanations of why I did it. Now, first of all, this will be called the Dragonic Overlord The End of You Having Fun deck. So, hope you guys enjoy it. So, let's start off, of course. For Overlord The End, you have to play 4. That's just how it goes. He's amazing. If you don't know what he does, I suggest you go take a look. I'm not going to explain it because he is too good. And only 3 Dragonic Overlord. Now, I like it better this way because of, I don't know, it just feels like you don't need that many. Plus, if you cut out some Dragonic Overlords, you have more room to play anti-fun level 2s. So, this deck will basically be full of anti-fun. So, I'll explain how cards are anti-fun and what they are anti-fun about against specific decks. 3 Crouching Dragon Striken. Striken here is a special card. He's not in English, so yeah, I'll explain what he does. In the Vanguard zone, he cannot declare an attack. So if you ride him in your Vanguard zone, you cannot attack. That's how it goes. And his Vanguard effect is that he cannot be boosted or something stupid. Oh wait, no. When your opponent's rearguard or Vanguard declares an attack without being boosted, Striken gains 10k. So what does that mean, really? Like, some people don't understand what this does. So let's put into an example. Here's my Striken, and here is my opponent's field. If he attacks with Burning Horn at my Striken for 12, Striken will become 15k because he has no booster. If Overlord The End attacks my Striken for 11, Striken will become 15k once again. This does not stack multiple times per turn, so he does not become 20k on the next attack. He will just be at 15k. So, why is this card any good? Well, first of all, it blocks a lot of early game aggression, and then you'll be like, yeah, but then you just missed a drive check. His secondary effect is that when you ride a card over Striken, Striken will grant the card plus 5,000 plus 1 critical till the end of the turn, which means that you basically changed your Striken into a critical trigger, which is pretty neat. He's a neat card, but yeah, that's much to say. I was going to run 4, but there's not enough space in this deck. 3 Burning Horn Dragon. I only play 3 because, once again, there's not enough space. I have to play Burning Horn because of other cross rides. Now, it's not really because Burning Horn reaches 20 with bar, it's more like Burning Horn with any 6k makes 18, which is great against cross rides. So why do I only play 3? There are other anti-fun cards in this deck that needs to be played, or else, you know, he's not that great, like, to be honest. Sure, he's, 12k, but what else? Like, everything's 12k nowadays. 3 Tejas. He is very anti-fun, so you gotta run the 3 Tejas. For those of you who don't know what Tejas does, he attacks back row. He has the ability to attack back rows in his own column. So, that's pretty anti-fun, if I do say so myself. 2 Berserk Dragon. He's about as anti-fun as it gets. Counterblast 2 kill level 2 or lower, which is generally always the case, because you want to be killing boosters with Kagero, since, you have a high defensive power with things like Striken, Overlord, Overlord The End, so less grade 1s equals less problems. So, let's move on. 4 bar, because it's staple. Oops. It's staple, 4 bar is just how you do things. 3 Heat Nail. Heat Nail is pretty anti-fun. He does some pretty neat things. His effect is that when he boosts a card, a Kagero unit, and hits the Vanguard, you may shuffle him back to their deck, and retire one of your opponent's level 1 rear guards. Now, this effect does not cost counterblast, which is very important. I'll explain how this card is anti-fun very much later, but he is very anti-fun. One Flame of Hope ammo. You really only need one since you have Conroe, because Conroe's a good card. In Kagero, you're allowed to attack a lot of one-ofs in the level 1 department because of Conroe. And for those of you who don't know what ammo does, he is when he boosts a Kagero a unit, and the attack hits, you may discard one, draw one. For Kimnara, he's pretty anti-fun. So counterblast 1, soul charge him, retire 1 level 1 rear guard. So that's pretty anti-fun. He's very important in the anti-fun department. So 3 Bari, because 4, once again, you don't really need it because you have Conroe. If you're really desperate for one, Conroe will get you it. If you're not, you'll draw them eventually. So that's basically how I think about it. Running 4 Bari is kind of like running 5 in a sense, because you have Conroe. Of course you can say, well, if you run 4, you don't have to waste Conroe in searching for it. But then if you run 4, you have to run 1 more level 1, which isn't that great. Okay, so those are my level 1s. And now moving on, Conroe, he is amazing. When you ride a Kagero unit over him, put him to the back. Counterblast 1, put him to the drop zone, search for a level 1 or lower Kagero unit to your hand, which is basically a lot of things. For heals are anti-fun. Kinda, but whatever. You just run heals. Criticals, I run 7. 7. Good, come on. 7. And as for the other triggers, I run Gatling Claw, just 1, 2 Monica, and 2 Ruby. I would run more Gatling Claws, but I don't have any. But in general, he's not really that great. But he does serve a little bit of anti-fun purposes. Just so I'll explain later. This will be part 1 of this is the deck profile at least. Stay tuned for part 2, where I teach you how to be as anti-fun as possible. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.